5 Forgotten Festivals That Once Ruled the World. Number 5 is the Goat Tossing Festival. It was an annual celebration held in the Spanish village of Monganeses de la Polvorosa, where the main event was the locals tossing a live goat from the top of their church tower into a crowd of people waiting below. And to make this even more ridiculous, the people below would catch it in a giant sheet, and the goat would then be sacrificed and its meat would be given to the poor. This festival actually continued all the way up until the 1980s. Number 4 is the Skimmington Ride. This was a medieval European tradition where a group of townsfolk would get together and parade through the streets, making as much noise as possible. They would bang pots and pans and generally mock men, who they saw as being dominated by their wives or people who broke the social norms of the time. So basically, it was like a medieval version of public shaming. And if that wasn't enough, the people being paraded through the streets would often be forced to carry a sign explaining their crime. 3 is the Burning of Judas. This was a celebration held in various countries, including Germany, Austria, and Switzerland, where people would make an effigy of Judas Iscariot, the person who betrayed Jesus Christ, and then burn it in the streets. Of course, Judas was often stuffed with fireworks, which would then explode or burn the people trying to put the effigy out. It was quite common for these festivals to turn into massive wild parties with lots of drinking and general revelry. 2 is the Cat Burning Festival. This was a festival held in medieval Paris where cats were rounded up and then burned alive. This was at the height of the witch craze in Europe, and cats were associated with witchcraft. So the people of Paris decided that the best way to celebrate midsummer was to gather as many cats as they could into one large net or barrel, and then set them on fire. And finally, we have the corn-husking bees. This was a festival held in North America, and it all started when early settlers came to the continent and realized that they had to husk the corn by hand. So they decided to hold a huge community husking bee where everyone would get together and husk corn until their hands bled. It was also said that if you found an ear of corn with a red husk, you could kiss anyone you wanted. And let's be honest, that was probably the highlight of everyone's day. But do you know what isn't a forgotten festival? Subscribing for more content. Come on, you know you want to.